Good morning, everyone. Sitting here with my tea and got my little weed cup here. Now, don't judge. I got this in California when I was on my road trip last time, when I went through a little city called Weed, California. And no, it wasn't because they sold weed there that they're named that. They're probably sick of hearing that. But I went to a little souvenir shop and I saw this. And there I learned that the town of Weed, or the city Weed, I guess it's a city. I don't know how many people live there. But it was named after the founder, which his last name was Weed. Now, how would you like to live with the last name Weed all your life? So anyways, that's why I'm using my weed cup tonight. And yeah. The other thing I wanted to cover is a question that came up. And the question was, what capo do you use? Well, here it is. It's called the D'Addario. And it is a tri-action. You'll notice that when you squeeze it, it adjusts in such a way, I guess, that they call it the tri-action. Okay? And it also has a tension adjustment here, a spring, so that you can, if you need a little more pinch on the string to make sure that it doesn't buzz, you can adjust to that. But you can also adjust so that it's not too tight and end up denting your neck. You don't want to do that. So the other thing to note is sometimes when you put a capo on, you can end up with string buzz. And the reason is because some of these capos, they come with a certain radius, or the curve is a certain type of curve. And if your fingerboard doesn't match it, sometimes you can get a string that isn't quite getting the pressure it needs because the capo really doesn't go well on that guitar. It needs to be a different capo maybe. And if you tighten it to try to grab it and to make sure it's tightened down, like for this one, you always run the risk of denting your neck. So be real careful with that. But that's the capo. It's called the D'Addario Tri-Action. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the name of it. I think it's also called the Pro Capo. All right, you'll see it if you go on the website and check it out. All right, so today we're going to do a little chord progression, and it sounds like this. And I like this chord progression because you're going from D to an F sharp 7. I mean, these are chords you don't hear very often, but they're nice to have. And then to a B minor. Some people like to bar the B minor. And then I'll go to a D 7th. There is a D 7th here too, but this one's found at the 3rd fret. Then you go to G, to D, G, back to A. And some people bar that as well. Or you could just play the A chord, okay? So let's get started with that so that we don't run out of time. Try to keep this quick as possible. Okay, so let's start out with the D chord. Now, when I play this, you can strum it. Sometimes you can strum it, you can pick it. And when I pick it, you'll notice I do a hammer on there. I go from a D sus2 to a D. When I'm picking, these 3 fingers are dedicated to strings 1, 2, and 3. The thumb has the responsibilities of strings 4, 5, and 6, okay? Okay, So, but for right now, just to get through the chord progression, I only am going to play it one time for every measure. And what I mean by that is at 4/4 time. And so we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just until we can get, then we'll get into the strum. Or perhaps even the picking, okay? All right, so let's get started. First chord, D. Okay, and I think everybody's comfortable with that at this point. And then we're going to go to the F sharp 7. And that chord it looks like if you were to play the F chord up here, you just move up 1 fret and then lift your finger off the first string. So you're playing like so. This E is open. It's not being played. I mean, it's being played, but it's not being you're not putting your finger on it. You're not pressing it down. You're just leaving it open. Okay? See that? So we got D to the F sharp 7. Then we go to the B minor. Now the B minor can also be barred. And basically, these 3 fingers here are in the shape of the A minor. And then you put your finger, and that's at the 3rd fret, right? Then put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret, 1st string. There it is right there. Okay? Or you could bar it at the, in this case, it would be barring it at the 2nd fret, and then making that A minor shape like this. Okay? Okay? B minor. Then we're going to go to a chord that's called D7th. Now there is a D7th here, but this one's going to be done at the 3rd fret. It looks like a C chord here at the 3rd fret. See that? Except you're going to take your pinky finger and you're going to put it on the 3rd string, 5th fret. See that? Okay, and I'll put the chord chart up there so you can see it. And when I play this one, I don't play the E's, or the low E and the high E, or the string 1 and string 6. I leave those out. Just play the middle strings. You notice I'm plucking all 4 of them at once. And I had to move out of position for these 3 fingers so that my pointer finger is now picking up what used to be the thumb's responsibility. The 4th string. Okay, so far what do we have? D, 3, 4, the F sharp, 4, B minor, 3, 4, D7, 3, 4, okay? And then we're going to play a G, 2, 3, 4, D again, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then A. And that's the chord progression. So let's go through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 4, B minor, 3, 4, D7, 3, 4, G, D, G, A. If you don't want to bar it, you can play it here, A. Okay? All right. So those are the chords. Spend time with it. Get the chord progression down first before you would move up to strumming, okay? So get that down first, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because you're in 4/4 time. There's 4 beats in every measure, and every quarter note gets 1 beat, but we're not going to get into that right now. But that's why I'm counting it out that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just practice it over and over again till you get it, and it's ingrained in your brain. And then move on to the strum. Now I can sometimes strum, I'll strum with just using my fingers. kind of a strum. But for now, let's just do a downstroke with the pick, okay? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, A. Okay, so you can do that way, but some of you may be beyond that, so you're doing this. And basically, that's that one there, the rhythm that I have going. Okay, so again, it doesn't necessarily even have to be done that way. You know, find what works for you. The main thing is to learn that chord progression and then play around with it. Get creative. Try different ways to play it. You can also finger pick it. I'm going to show a simpler finger pick first. Thumb dedicated to strings 3, 4, and 5, or yeah, 4, 5, and 6, and the fingers 1, 2, and 3, or your pointer finger, your middle finger, your ring finger. They're on strings 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Thumb 3, 2, 1. Thumb on the 4th string. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I'm going to reverse that. Look how I did that thumb and the high E string, or the 1st string. So, and then once you start getting used to doing that, then okay, all right. So we're going to end right there. And I think the main thing on this course, or this little 12-minute section that we just did, is to learn that chord progression. And then, you know, find what works for you, whether it's a slow strum or a fast strum, and practice it till you're comfortable with it. And down the road, maybe you can apply it to something, or maybe you hear a song in it, or maybe you know a song that's already written using that chord progression. But it's just something to make it fun, something to do that's different. And I like that chord progression. Thought I'd share it with you today. Okay, so we're going to end right there. And I want to remind you, on the 27th, what do we have? The live 6 p.m. here, California time. It's a Tuesday night. And so mark your calendars on that. And that's it. So I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.